One of the original 7-passenger crossovers was this Mazda CX-9. It came out in 2007, and it's virtually unchanged since that time, but it still continues to be one of the best values with a starting price of under $30,000. Most crossovers are operated by usually a 3.5 or 3.7 liter V6 engine, and the Mazda CX-9 is no exception. This 3.7 produces 273 horsepower and is quite capable whether in front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive variants. Most people who buy a CX-9 are going to use it as such with a baby seat because that's what this vehicle is made for. It's essentially an alternative to a minivan like a Dodge Caravan. What's nice about these kind of seats is that they recline. They also have what you call seat travel, so you can actually move them back and forth. So this is a very versatile vehicle and one of the few that actually has a usable third row. Another important feature of a crossover is the cargo area and having access to it. Today, some crossovers will actually let you use your foot to open the cargo area, but the CX-9 not so much. In fact, you actually have to open it manually. Even though this one has an automatic lift gate, you have to use the button. Thankfully, you can use this handy button to close the lift gate. The CX-9 is available in 3 trim levels: Sport, Touring, and top-of-the-line Grand Touring. When you get a fully loaded Grand Touring like this one in all-wheel drive, you're looking at around $42,000, $43,000. A sure sign that this is one of the older vehicles in the segment is this keyless start button. So you don't have a button, you have what is essentially a fake key, but it works, but I'd much rather have a button. From a driver's perspective, the CX-9 is very capable. It has a nice upright position, very comfortable seating. The only transmission on the CX-9 is a 6-speed automatic. Again, despite it being so dated, it's still a very capable vehicle. The fuel economy is rated at 24 highway, 17 city on the front-wheel drive. And we couldn't quite achieve those numbers because this is a pretty heavy vehicle. Even as a front-wheel drive, you're looking at almost 4,400 pounds. The good news about that is you want to surround yourself, your family, with a lot of metal in case of an accident. The bad news is you're going to spend a little more on gas. You have a lot of great options today if you're in the market for a vehicle like this. Ford Explorer, for example, Dodge Durango, of course the Chevy Traverse is one of our favorites, the Highlander, the Honda Pilot. You have about 10 viable competitors. Despite being one of the oldest vehicles in the segment, the Mazda CX-9 continues to look relatively fresh because of something Mazda calls Kodo styling. As you can see here, they've completely redesigned the front end and it just kind of stays with the whole Mazda family. So we expect a new Mazda in the very near future, but for now, this CX-9 continues to be a great value.